let me know. So one thing. Second one is, guys, what are we discuss here? So that is not belongs to any engineering. It's a basic computers, basic thing. Okay, so it is not like a you should compulsory require a CSC background or IT background compulsory for this profile job. Not like that. Okay, compulsory engineering background, not like that. It is a simple polytechnic job type. Okay, so mainly based on how you communicate, how what is the terminologies, how you understand scenarios or issues. So based on that, so we will get it. Okay, so this is the simple point I am trying to say. Next, I forget to mention when I am discussing about my things. So here it is. Whenever you got any doubt, so when I'm talking, so when you got some doubt, like sir, I didn't understand this particular point, or you don't understand my language because the language set is different from one person to another person. Okay, so the habitual language is made not be understand immediately, or maybe sometimes I speak little confusion also. Okay, I'm directly telling. Okay, so some people confuse, so sometimes even myself, if I am listening to any class. What is requesting? No requesting, no problem. Okay, so you can immediately stop me and ask me the question, or you can ask me doubt, or if you don't understand, ask me repeat. Then also I will repeat. Okay, so keep interactive mode. Okay, so if you are in a interactive mode, so then I have a lot of energy to speak. Okay, so I will get a lot of energy. So then I speak a lot, and I will be go through much better way. Okay, if you are complete silent, I also will speak myself, and I leave the class. Like that will happen. Okay, so I don't understand whether we are connected also. The internet issues are there. Weather is not good. Power is not. Power problem is there in since morning. Okay, so that's why I put 11 o'clock also. That is another reason. Okay, so compulsory you have to be something like, yeah, if I say understand, if you understand, say yes. If you don't understand, say no. We can repeat it. Okay, like that. If you have any questions or anything, just you have to be in an interactive mode. So then I know I'm not disconnected first of all. Okay, so you know you are there in the class. You don't leave the session, and even the recordings are the backup purpose only. Okay, recordings only for backup, not for direct purpose. Okay, so today we're going to start with hardware. Okay, so next tomorrow, maybe next class we'll go into another part. Either it is service desk or a networking part. Okay. So if you want, you can see the recent classes have discussed what is the service desk also from here. Okay. So it's a classroom discussion. So if you got confused little, no problem at all. Okay. So first of all, no basic components, a very basic components of hardware components. So like first of all, a CPU. CPU is look like this, and it is a small chip. Lot of people see this kind of cabinets, okay, computer cabinets, that is called a CPU. And you know, some people believe laptops don't have a CPU. It is because it's a laptop. It's not like in a box shape. It is in different shape. It does not have any CPU or RAM. Okay, so that kind of people also there. Okay, so this is a called a cabinet or a chassis. Okay, your CPU is like a simple chip. Guys, are you able to see my screen? The PPT screen?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay, it's a simple chip. Okay, so it's a how it is look like. So very simple. So I'm not going with other explanations. Next one is a RAM. So very important component of a computer is the RAM, random access memory. What is a random access memory? It is a primary memory device. It is a primary memory device. It is look like in a different ways, but currently it is a DDR4 RAM. Okay. You want to know how it is look like? Simply Google images or go to Amazon or kind of stuff. Okay. DDR4 or DDR5 is also there in market. So go to images. This is how RAM is look like. This is look like a small one, right? It is look like a small. This is look like a lengthy one. Okay. What is the difference? This is the laptop RAMs. This is called as sodium packages. This is called sodium packages used for laptops and mini PCs. Mini PCs. These are big RAMs. You can see the lengthy RAMs kind of stuff. So these RAMs are used for a desktop purpose. This is the desktop RAMs. This is laptop RAMs. Now certain times the RAM contains some black coating on it. It is a heat sink. These RAMs specifically used at a inside a server based motherboards or for gamers, multimedia, high speed data in that one. So RAM get more overheated. So to protect the heating, to protect from the overheating and damage of RAM due to the overheating, to protect that kind of stuff, these heat sinks are very useful. Heat sinks means it take the heat from the RAM, it absorb the heat from the RAM, and just it absorb the heat and pass it on to the air only. Okay, so like that. So it's that one. Okay, so this is, see, this is also having a coating on it. Okay, a heat sink on it. This is a normal RAM without any heat sink on it. So this is laptop RAM. What is the RAM? RAM is also called as a primary memory, main memory. In our system, RAM is also called as a primary memory and it is a main memory. Primary memories are two, RAM and ROM. Main memory means RAM only. Okay. So I talk about I just told about a CPU and RAM, but how to check what is your CPU? Like there is a question, you have a laptop, you purchase a new laptop, and someone is came and asked like, what is your CPU? Immediately see, my CPU is a Dell Latitude 3245, something like that, or a Lenovo G400, or a IdeaPad. I purchased IdeaPad, Lenovo IdeaPad, Legion 5. Okay, so people say like, if I ask a question, so what is your CPU model? So people don't mind about what is CPU, they'll tell about their laptop model. Look at here, guys. This is called a taskbar. Right click on a taskbar, go to task manager. So just right click on a taskbar, go to task manager, very simple. In this one, okay, go to performance. This is CPU. Go to performance, that is a CPU. Performance and CPU. You can able easily. This is very easy to know what is your CPU. You don't need to record any another extra things to know what is your CPU. So this is your CPU. I have a CPU i5 processor, third generation 3230M model. Okay, so this is a 2.6 gigahertz clock speed processor. What you do, so if you want to know about your CPU and their compatibilities, their inside features kind of stuff, type this thing in a Google. So i5 3230M. For you, for your laptop, you type it. For my laptop, I am typing it. Okay. So here it is, i5 3230 yum. Okay. So I type exactly what is it is. So you can see arc.intel.com. Go to it. Arc.intel.com. So you'll get a details of your processor. What type of processor it is. It is a mobile based processor. Mobile based processor means laptop processor. Okay. So how many cores are there? How many threads are there? What is their frequency? What is base frequency? How much cache memory is there? How much RAM it support? Maximum RAM support. Okay, 32 GB up to 32 GB. I can connect it to this processor. What type of RAM it will support? DDR3 or DDR4? What is their clock speeds? We'll get it. And what is the basic graphics inside? Built-in graphics inside. Okay. So and other features like a Intel virtualization feature, 64-bit processor. It is a 64-bit processor. Okay. Intel virtualization feature is there, and there are some features are there. Some features are not available. Okay. This is yes. This is no. This is yes. See, it is virtualization technologies. Yes. Compulsory nowadays. Check your processor virtualization technologies there or not. Are you 64-bit or not? Are you how much RAM it will support? What type of RAM it will support? Okay, number of cores, number of threads. These are the details you have to check for any processor first. This is basic information I'm telling. So, first, very basic thing is what is your CPU model? Very simple. What is your CPU model? What is your CPU? i5 processor or i3 processor? Which generation? Okay, it is a third generation, ninth generation, or maybe eighth generation or 10th generation. Latest is 12th generation. Latest is 12th generation. AMD type of processor. AMD Ryzen processor is there, Athlon processor is there, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9, Ryzen 3. So which type of model it is? There is a certain numbers. You can able to see, right? So that is about your how to check yours. What is your CPU? And other in details are there, so also you can read those things, you can get it. What is your cache memory? So is virtualization enabled or not? How many cores of processor it is? What is a logical processor? How many logical processor? Next, I told about CPU, how to check the CPU, and there is a RAM is also there. So we'll go to again task manager, performance. This is CPU and this is memory. Your memory. So this is my total memory is at 12 GB. Because of this laptop came with 4 GB, I added 8 GB to it. So 4 plus 8, it's a become 12 GB. And it is a DDR3 model. So it is not suitable for DDR4. It's a DDR3 suitable model. Okay, so this is a 12 GB RAM. So this is a kind question. How much RAM you are using in your laptop? You say, no, I don't know. That's not a good idea, right? So what to do? Go immediately check, go to task manager, performance, memory, and check your RAM. And another important factor, this is a total memory. This is available memory, current available memory, 5.5 GB. You know, yesterday or not yesterday, day before yesterday, I checked this. It's showing a 4 GB RAM only. Availability is 4 GB. So almost 8 GB already taken. Okay. So now limit is, so my total memory is 12 GB. You can check other things like what is the speed of this RAM, like a 1600 megahertz sodium packages because it's a laptop. Okay. So current available memory. Your available memory is very less. For example, your available memory compared to your RAM is very less. Then what to do? Close certain unused applications. For example, I am closing this tab. Okay. So if I don't require, I didn't open any unnecessary applications here. So if I close that applications, for example, if I close this application, so the available RAM will be increases. Always compare your total memory and available memory. My total memory is 12 GB, available is 5.4. Meaning is almost 6 GB already consumed, more than 6 GB, 6.3 GB already consumed. So, but I didn't running not much process, right? So it is a possible that is because of background applications. Okay, so you have to stop the background apps. So we'll stop the details from here. But guys, understand how to check your processor, how to check your full memory.
Yes,
In
sir.
your computer. Very good. So very basic details. But next one is ROM. ROM is also a primary memory, read-only memory. ROM is actually a chip. ROM is actually it is a small chip. ROM don't have any memory. You don't change or upgrade or downgrade the ROM. Okay, ROM is a small chip. If there is a firmware is a program, a small program inside your ROM chip. Okay, so earlier days it is a fixed chip is there, means they use a direct program inside. It's a non-volatile chipset set, means it's directly a program inside. We cannot change the program kind of stuff. Okay, so later on days there is a prom kind of stuff developed. I will go through that one. I'm just touching this one. So this is your computer ROM chip, which is nothing but your BIOS chip. The BIOS chip nowadays we are calling new type of BIOS chip is UEFI. UEFI. Okay, BIOS and UEFI are nothing. We call that as a BIOS chip or UEFI chip. But thing is, BIOS and UEFI is nothing but firmware or firmware. You can also say like a firmware or firmware. So this ROM is nothing but a small chip. There is not a specific memory like a RAM. We can't see what it is. Also, we can see with a different. Of course, we can go to MS Info 32 kind of stuff. Okay, so if you want to know what is your BIOS kind of stuff, like a BIOS mode is UEFI, some BIOS 2.7, BIOS version and dates. These are the things you can able to get it from MS Info 32. You can go to run and put this MS Info 32 in the run, so you'll get this information. Also, you can see your processor, and also you can see your memory. Okay, and some other details also. Okay, so what is your operating system? What is a version, current version, installed version? You can see what is your operating system, what is your current version, what is your processor, what is your installed memory. We can able to see easily, and also we can able to see your BIOS version and date. What is the last date of the date, your BIOS date, created date, version. Okay, and what mode, BIOS mode is a UEFI or BIOS, like that. Okay, again, so it is very simple. Go to MS Info 32, run, or if you don't know how to go to run, so you can also go for just press the Windows button or a search bar. Click on the search bar, put a MS Info 32. So it is a system information. So open it. You can able to see what is your operating system, what is your processor, what is your total physical memory. These are the 3 important points. Okay, so you want to know about BIOS, there is a BIOS information is also there. If you want to know about your hard disk, also you can get it from storage like this. Components. So this is some memory. This is components, storage, disk. So I have a 2 hard disk are there. One is a 500 GB. How many partitions are there? You can see the partition information. And I have another hard disk that is 1 terabyte. And there is certain partitions inside. Okay. So you want to know about hard disk information, also you can get it from here. MS info 32. Either you can put it run or in a search. So what are the information you will get it? Your CPU, your OS, your total RAM information. So question is how to check or what is your system configuration. Yes, this is a very important point in the basic system maintenance. So how to check your system configuration or what is your system configuration. Any question, so you will get it. Any kind of question you are getting. So simply it is, first of all, you have to check the, how to check means you should know how to check it like this, or you can say like a task manager. Open task manager, there also you can find some information. You can see dxdiag. You can go to dxdiag, you will find some information. And you can also use certain tools also, you can find it. Okay, there is some commands also there. Okay, you can also do it. The commands like system info. You can open a command prompt, put a system info. There you will find some information. See, it is system info command. What is your operating system? What is your OS? What is your processor? Okay, this 6432-bit. Your BIOS related, your memory related, and some other information, including your virtualization information also. And there is a IP address information is also available here. Okay, yeah, this is my IP gateway. This is the IP address. Okay, so in command prompt you can put a system info, also will display the system information. Okay, so how to check your system configuration? You can go to MS info 32 or dxdiag. Not required cap letters, small letters also, no problem. So I will show you dxdiag also. We have already seen task manager. Okay, write on your system or your friend system or anything. Of course, you should have a system for attending any things, right? So dxdiag, it's a DirectX diagnostics tool. It is not meant to for your system. It is meant for your your graphic card or a graphic drivers related tool. It is a diagnostic tool, whether it is working, not working, how it is working, how much it is working, like that. So my DirectX version is 12, and here it is current date and time, system name, my operating system, language, okay, my BIOS model, BIOS version it is, okay, and also I'm getting a processor name, memory, and paging file related information. Again, we'll see when you got a question, what is your system configuration? What is your system configuration? You must tell about your CPU. What is your CPU model? How much RAM you have means main memory. How much RAM you have? What is your operating system? If you know the details of your hard disk or SSD, because nowadays people are using SSD also, which model you are using? You are using SSD or hard disk, and how much total hard disk and free space? Both you have to check. Okay, so first of all, your operating system, Windows 10 Home Edition. Second one, CPU, i5 processor 3230, and memory 12 GB RAM. Okay, so this information we are getting from here. And of course, this is what about your graphic cards and all we are getting. Okay, so this is about a built-in graphic card. This is a additional graphic card, means my laptop having a integrated graphics and dedicated graphics kind of stuff is there. So this is 2 GB kind of stuff. Okay, so this is how to check system configuration. One is systeminfo 32, another one is dxdiag, another one is you can go to task manager and go to performance. To performance. There you can find your CPU, and also you can find RAM. You can also find hard disk or SSDs. You can find it. Network also you can find it. Again, I'm showing task manager. See it is. Go to task manager, performance, CPU, memory, hard disk. I have two hard disks. Okay, two hard disks. And also you can see the network, and also this is GPU. GPU means graphic card. So what is my graphic card? That status of my graphic cards. Network, graphic card. Additionally, but important is what is my CPU, memory, hard disk. Operating system you can't see from here. Generally we know what is our operating system, but like we can understand from here. Okay. So what is your system configuration? I have a i5 3230M. So it is a third generation. Otherwise, you can tell a number. Otherwise, instead of telling a number, you can tell generation also. Like a i3 9th generation. I have a desktop with i3 9th generation. I didn't remember exactly the number it is. So I tell 9th generation. i3 9th generation, like that. Okay. And of course, it is a 64-bit. And it is a 64-bit. 64-bit can be represent in x64 or just 64-bit. RAM is 12 GB. OS, I have a Windows 10 Home Edition. Of course, that is also 64-bit. I have a hard disk. It's a 500 GB hard disk. Free space is a very less, 12 GB something is there. Okay, 10 GB or 12 GB free space is there. Okay, two hard disks are there, right? So I put another hard disk. That is a 1 terabyte of hard disk. Okay, two hard disks are there. Nowadays, you have to compulsory specify hard disk or SSD and a type of SSD also. Okay, guys, understand what is the system configuration?
Yes.
So compulsory check your system config. It's a very basic question, guys. Technically, very basic question, but that is very important. Why? Because of, you know, the as a fresher, people don't expect you know the something very greatest thing, like a something very hard thing, like how to install a operating system in 10 computers, explain WDS services, explain how network policies works. They don't ask this type of question. If they ask question also, if you don't tell answer, not at all a big deal. But very general questions, you must give an answer. Okay, any place, you must give a basic answer, because you know the computer means you know this thing. Okay, so it is, we are not illiterates, right? So means not a computer illiterates, at least. Okay, so we should know about what we are using. You should know about what is your mobile phone, what is your mobile phone model, what is the mobile phone processor, how much RAM, how much storage, what Android version you are using, what iOS version you are using. So you don't require differences, like what is the difference between Android 4.0 to Android 12.0. Okay, so no one will ask what is the difference between Android 11 to Android 12. No one will ask that one. What version you are using currently? That is the thing. Okay, the name of the current version. Okay, Android 12. What is the name of current Android 12 version? Or what is marshmallow version? What is like that may be there. Not purely technical. It is just a overview. That's why I'm telling like this. Yeah, other components. So one is a RAM also I told, but RAM is a chip. Inside a RAM, there is a program called a BIOS. Okay, inside a ROM, there is a program called a BIOS or UEFI. It is nothing but a firmware. So we'll explain one by one, but overview I'm telling, but this is I will try to cover system configuration. Next, motherboards. What is a motherboard? Motherboard is a very simple circuit board. Okay, it is a simple circuit board like this, where we will put our CPU inside, ROM inside, processor inside. Okay, there is a CPU, RAM, ROM, and we connect a power supply, we connect a hard disk, we connect a CD-ROMs, like that. So this motherboard connects every device. You know, there is a joke like why it is motherboard, why not fatherboard, is like that. So basically mother and the nature of this board is it connects all system components, everything, including power supply. It connects your CPU, your RAM, your BIOS chip is directly on motherboard. BIOS chip we can't remove generally. It's not meant for removing. Okay, it is enhanced on your motherboard only. BIOS chip comes with your motherboard. You don't purchase it separately. Okay, it comes with your motherboard. Okay, audio chipset is there, back panel connection, front panel connections. Okay, so different type of so sorry sir. This is the better view. So this is a different type of motherboards. You can search easily and you can find different parts of it. You can connect the expansions cards, built-in features also there nowadays. You know, earlier days we have to insert everything card like that. Nowadays we are getting a front panel, back panel, built-in features like a LAN cards we are getting, HDMI, built-in HDMI also we are getting. Okay, so like this. So this is your motherboard which connects all your components. Next is hard disk and SSDs. Hard disks are a secondary storage devices. hard disk are secondary storage devices, and it has some plotters inside. It is an aluminum disk with a magnetic coating on it, and there is a motor, which is spindle motor, rotates the disk, and there is a actuator arm, so move inside to outside. Okay, so there is a read and write is happening, and it is controlled by logic board inside. Okay, okay, this entire operation is controlled by a logic board. On another hand, ssds are simply like a pen drives only. Very simply you can say it is a type of pen drives. Memory cards are little different, but pen drives are different. Okay, so it's like a circuit board. It is like a circuit board. No loose parts, no magnetic parts are not there. Okay, okay, metallic parts are there, but no loose parts inside. So SSDs are a solid state drives currently available. You know, when I was in my intermediate diploma time, SSD name is there, but we never seen SSD that time. But now it is available in market. Comparatively, SSD to a hard disk, SSDs are faster. SSDs are faster. Okay, more expensive. Cost is there. It is faster, but cost. SSD is mainly for operating system and applications. People who are using big applications like games, AutoCAD, SolidWorks. These people better to install your application in SSDs. People store normal data like in music files, video files, not meant for anything. Just you want to play a video or some downloaded data, normal data, backup data. So that is hard disk only better option because cost and other things. Okay, so this is hard disk and SSD. Both are secondary storage devices. We store the device in the hard disk. SSDs are faster than hard disk. In SSD, two types are there. One is this M.2 type, another one is SATA type of SSDs also there. Okay. Next, CD, DVD, Blu-ray. CD, DVD, Blu-ray. Blu-ray is not in the market. Blu-ray is there, but we are not using Blu-ray nowadays. Okay, we are not purchasing. Blu-ray launched in the market with a very high cost. People don't have any much. People are interested but unable to purchase. And by that time, so obviously the pen drives, external hard disks are available with the normal cost. People able to buy that one instead of purchasing Blu-ray disc, because Blu-ray disc cost is high as compared to pen drive. Pen drive means you put a data, you remove the data whenever you want it, right? CD-ROM, DVD, and Blu-ray comes under optical storage. Optical storage. What is optical storage kind of stuff? We store the data in the light, through light, like a laser light. CD-ROM is the storage capacity is a 700 MB. CD-ROM, okay, is the capacity is 400 MB, whereas a DVD is a 4.7. Sorry, CD is a 700 MB, DVD 4.7 GB. 4.7 GB. It is a huge difference is there. Size is not changing. Size is not changing. CD and DVD both are same in a size, but the data tracks are little different. So that the way of writing data on the CD DVD is different. Okay. So DVD is a much denser than a CD. That's it. Okay. So CD is a 700 MB. DVD is a 4.7 GB. There is a double side DVD is also there, that is gives you almost 17 GB double side. Okay, depends upon different densities. So this is a Blu-ray related information. So you can find the Blu-ray comparisons also. So 25 GB on a single layer. Okay, single layer 25 GB, double layer 50 GB something is there. Okay, so this is a optical storage, means we store the data in through, like you can use a laser beam to read and write the data on the CD DVD. We use a laser beam to read the data on the CD and DVD. So that's why we call it as a optical storage. It is also a secondary storage. Mainly OS or a backups or some data which we are not using for every day. So we store a data, we don't use it for a everyday purpose, frequently purpose. We keep it and we use it later. So that is the purpose of CD DVD. Next important component is SMPS. SMPS is a switch mode power supply, guys. It converts AC to DC. SMPS converts SMPS converts AC power supply. AC means our main power supply is the AC power supply. Our computers, our mobile phones, laptops works with a DC power supply only. So then this SMPS converts the voltage from 220 volts 50 Hz frequency in Indian standards or European standards to the DC supply, like a plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, plus 5 volts, minus 5 volts, plus 3.3 volts, different DC voltages it produces, or it converts. Take one AC line and divide the convert into DC, and different DC voltages it will provide. It is, we connect this SMPS cables to our motherboard, hard disk, and any other like graphic cards kind of stuff also. Okay, SMPS switch mode power supply, switch mode power supply. Floppy disk, currently no system with a floppy disk anyway. Okay, you have a computer, and if you have a floppy disk inside, meaning is it is very old computer. It is nowadays, not in nowadays, last 10 years when I started my career, 10 years back only, right? That time only floppy disk are gone. 10 15 years back only floppy disk. When I am in a diploma, like a 2000, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005, that time floppy disk are famous. Okay, that time a floppy disk. So when I done a project in my diploma, I store entire my project files into the floppy disk. The last day before going to submit, so you have to take a printout. So for that one, I type everything and keep it in a floppy disk, and we take in a printout and submit it, right? So later in engineering, so we don't have a floppy disk, so I use a CD-ROMs. That's a big challenge again, because it's a CD-ROM. Once you written, you cannot rewrite in it. Okay, so compulsory one time only it is written. Pen drives are very less that time. Nowadays, CD-ROMs are also very less, very. Even laptops, you won't get any DVD writers or anything. So you have to compulsory use a pen drive or a external DVD writer, CD writers. In the market also, CD people are not using any CD kind of stuff. Okay. Next is total cabinet. Floppy disk is a 1.44 MB 1.44 MB data it is stores. Okay, so here it is. This is the cabinet where we are putting all the components inside. And to the computer, these are the internal components what we are discussed. Okay, once we put all the components in the cabinet, it is called a computer. But external to the computer, we have other components like a keyboard, where you that is a input device. Keyboard, where we are giving a input to our computer. Input device, mouse, pointer device, monitor, where we see all the what's going on in your computer, monitor, printer. We take the printout, right? Printer, scanners, converts a hard copy to soft copy, printer converts soft copy to hard copy. So what is a soft copy? Data in your computer is a soft copy. Either it is a picture or a PPT like this, or maybe a text document or a PDF. Anything is a soft copy. Once you have taken a print, that is the printout, we call it as a hard copy. Scanner is on a reverse, like you put a document in the scanner and you scan it and store in your computer, that is called a soft copy. So data in your computer is a soft copy. Data is in the form of printed, so that is called a hard copy. Of course, we have a touchpads, touch screens also available for giving certain inputs and working. Mics, now I'm speaking because there is a mic in my laptop built in, and I can able to hear your voice because of I have a speakers in my laptop. Card readers, some computers having a card readers also there. Swiping cards, smart cards readers also there. Bluetooth devices, and of course thumb impressions, cameras. So I didn't add those things, I think. So here it is. Web cameras is nowadays is a most common thing. Okay. Thumb impression kind of stuff. Is one of the security part. Okay. Bluetooth, built-in Bluetooth, or we can add a Bluetooth to the computers, and we can use Bluetooth headphones kind of stuff, right? So external hard disk, of course, you have a lot of data. Nowadays, people are purchasing a laptops without checking how much storage they are providing. And there is a worst thing is happening. It is by name of fastness. By the name of fastness, is they are giving a SSDs. SSDs are faster, but we don't require that fast. Not everyone require that fast. Okay, so it does not mean hard disk is very slow, right? So SSDs are there. Of course, it give you faster than a normal hard disk, but it is very costly. So instead of 240 GB SSD, I can purchase 1 terabyte of a normal hard disk. So the companies like a Lenovo, Dell kind of companies, if they provide a hard disk instead of SSDs, cost will be reduced. 5 to 10,000 rupees of cost will be reduced. And that's compulsory they have to provide nowadays. Compulsory they have to provide a dual storage system. One is SSD, another one is normal hard disk facility compulsory, because CD-ROM, DVD-ROM is removed, so the space is left over. Okay, in a laptop, that space is not required to use for anything. Simply they can easily find give two dual storage thing. One is like a one SSD storage part, another one is your hard disk part. Okay, so point is external hard disk, meaning is you have a data that you don't want to store inside your laptop because it is already having lot of data inside, so you can store it externally. For example, in a few years back, like a 3-4 years back, or maybe 10 years back, not 5-6 years back. Okay, so I keep downloading movies. That time we don't have a Netflix, Amazon Prime kind of stuff. We download a movies. So I don't want to keep it in my laptop because already is full. I purchase a external hard disk. I keep it in there. So these are the basic components of a computer, like a CPU, RAM, ROM, motherboard, and hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, SMPS, floppy disk, and finally it is a component. And outside of that computer, we connect the computer with the keyboard, mouse, touchpads, monitors, scanners, printers, touch screens, mic, speakers, card readers, Bluetooth devices, external hard disk. This is a picture of your cabinet. Okay. So we're going to discuss small points about a CPU, how it is look like. What are the things we have to see in the CPU, like a speed or model or a socket type. Okay, so that's what is a cache memory. So that we will discuss after the small break. Guys, understanding or Sleeping.
No, sir.
Very good. So two points. One is components. Another point is know your system configuration. Okay. Now take a break. Take a 10 minutes of break. 10-15 minutes is okay. Come back at 12:45. Okay. So be there. If you are using mobile phone or anything, if you are disconnected, be connected by 12:50. So I will start by 12:50. So total 15 minutes break. Okay. If you are on a laptop, so be there, right? So by 12:50, I will start. If you are disconnected, be just 1 minute or 2 minutes before.
Even join is
You tell me.
we may leave and join again.
If you are using mobile phone, so you cannot keep it like that, right? So if it is a laptop or a desktop, no problem. If it is a mobile, it is your wish. You want to disconnect and rejoin, or you want to keep it like that, keep it in a charging mode, have some tea or coffee and come back. Okay, that's it. Okay, if you want to disconnect also, but you have to rejoin. Same link. So I'm muting for up to for 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Okay.